Linda?
Snakes got a bad rap early on from Adam and Eve, but a lot of folks say that that is totally undeserved and that reptiles and their cousins make great pets. And there's always a lot of excitement when the Repticon Reptile and Exotic Animal Show comes to town. We welcome Scott Wazinski. He is the owner of Family Reptiles in Lakeland.
Hello, how are you doing? Glad to be here today.
We're so happy to have you and your friends. You've caused a lot of excitement in our studio. Joey, you're turning white. Are you okay?
Stephanie's snakes are very active.
Well, they're curious. They want to meet you.
Sure, no, we're
Hi,
good.
Mr. Joey.
No, I've got these ones, so I'm
Reptiles really bother you, doesn't it?
you know, I'm a little afraid because I just don't know much about them, so I think it's an irrational fear.
You're going to want to take one home by the end of the day.
Oh, good.
Scott, show us what you brought us. Now, I have a lovely alligator here.
So I brought us two alligators today. This is Cosmo and Prada. They're two alligators. One's albino, one's a regular alligator. We brought a couple ball pythons and a couple bearded dragons with us today.
Just a couple pythons to hang out with this morning. No problem.
So our ball pythons are native to Africa. Our alligator is actually the state reptile here for the state of Florida.
Yes.
And our bearded dragons are from Australia.
Wow. I have a couple of python questions here since I'm holding a couple of them. We hear obviously how huge they can get, how constrictive they can get. Are these little guys? What is their future size? Hello.
Oh, wow.
So these are ball pythons, and they're only going to get about 3.5 feet.
Okay, so these aren't the kind that grow to be enormous in the Everglades.
These are not eating any tourists anywhere.
Okay, they're not going to wrap themselves around me and squeeze.
These are great family pets right here. So
well, hi,
good,
buddy.
good for kids or adults.
They're very curious.
Yeah.
They are.
I mean, they want to see me and touch me and look at me.
Now, what stops a python from biting her right now?
She's not a rat. She's not a mouse.
Okay.
They see kind of in infrared, and so they flicker their tongue. They pick up pheromones and scents. So the only thing they're aggressive towards is feeding time.
Gotcha.
And so obviously.
And hopefully you fed them before we came?
No, they're starving right now.
Awesome.
And so no, they're well fed and they're well taken care of, and so they know what their food is, the same as we do.
In the world did you get into the reptile breeding business?
My daughter got us started into this.
That's
my daughter
awesome.
was 5 at the time. We went to a reptile show just like this Repticon that's coming up here in Sarasota. And my daughter's like, Dad, I want a snake. And so we bought one snake, and then we bought another snake, and then we bought another lizard, and we just kind of got the bug and got into reptiles.
So what do you have at your shop over in Lakeland?
So we breed a lot of the exotic types of ball pythons. We personally own about 600 ball pythons.
Whoa, 600?
That's a lot of rats a day.
That's a lot of rats and mice, and we have our own rodent farm on
I was
top
going
of
to
that.
say, how do you keep them fed? So that's you breed rodents?
We do. We breed rodents because we can't go down to Walmart and get a case of rodents on the side. So yes, we have our own rodent farm. We also breed and work with tortoises, and we work with alligators. And then we own our store, which we do work with other breeders, such as our bearded dragon breeders that supply different types of animals to our store.
Tell me about bearded dragons, because I know they're very popular with kids. Like, are they a good family pet? They look pretty chill.
They're kissing.
They are a huge popular pet. They're very easy to take care of. They're very kid-friendly. And just like other pets, there is certain reptiles that we say are not for kids. Obviously alligators or some advanced animals, but bearded dragons, these are 2 full-grown bearded dragons, so it's not something that's going to get completely out of hand in size. They eat greens and small crickets and worms.
Yeah, I have
So
some
they're
other
easy to
questions. Do they smell?
No, so reptiles don't sweat, they don't have fur,
Okay.
so reptiles are really nice for the fact that they
poop's
don't
not
have smell.
stinky.
Well, poop on the other hand, yeah, that may be a different story.
Everybody does it.
Yep, absolutely.
So you got interested at the Repticon show. When I called them to say who's a great breeder in our area, they said you. So tell us about the show coming up.
So it's going to be Saturday and Sunday at the Robarts Arena. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things out there. We have some educational seminars. It's a chance for people to come out, hold animals, and experience different types of reptiles.
So they're not going to be loose running around your feet.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, I see people come to the door all the time, and they open the door and they kind of look in thinking like, oh my gosh, are the reptiles just running loose around the building? And they're not. They're all in cages. They're all secured. So for our scaredy cats, they can come in and look, and for those that love reptiles, they can hold them. I know Joey's showing up to hold them all this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
I know a question going on in Joey's mind. Why would you want a reptile for a pet?
Well, you know, they're a little different, and some people want something different. They don't want, you know, a dog or a cat. But we have a lot of kids and families that have allergy issues to fur, and so they can't have a dog or a cat.
Great point.
And so for them, this is an option for them to have a pet. And they're very low maintenance. You know, your snakes that she's holding, they only eat once a week.
That's good.
That is good. I wish everything in my house would do
Ate
that.
once a week.
I've got a question for you. Like, all right, I'm a dog person, and some dogs, you can have 2 dogs as pets and they'll get along, or you never know, there could be a battle for dominance. You brought pairs of reptiles. Does that happen?
It does. There's certain reptiles that we can't pair up or have issues with. You know, these are baby alligators, but obviously full-grown alligators, the males will have issues. Bearded dragons could be the same way.
Do snakes have like friends? Because this guy, the yellow guy, has not unwrapped himself from his other friend since I've been holding
Ball
him.
pythons are extremely friendly. You could put 50 of them in a cage together and they would just hang out.
That sounds terrible.
Somebody was getting a little rambunctious.
You're all right, just hold
Can
on.
you ever get to be friends with an alligator or a snake or a lizard?
You know,
Like me.
I think people.
I'm fine.
People think that, you know, alligators or snakes or lizards, you know, are going to come and greet you at the door. And I think it's a different type of relationship and a different type of bond, and they have those.
So they do get to know you.
They do get to know. You get to learn the personality of the reptiles, and the reptiles get to know you.
So this guy's going to eventually get to like me.
Let's give it some more time, but yes, we will.
I'll be honest, the snakes are really fun.
Yeah, the second
They're having
date might
fun.
be
They're
better.
really relaxed. They're cruising around over there.
Yeah,
so,
we're having fun with the snakes.
Well, you've got to see this Repticon show. It is amazing. It's going to be this weekend on August 4th and 5th at Robarts Arena. They're going to have every kind of reptile you can imagine. And for more information, go to repticon.com/Florida/Sarasota. You'll meet the pet of your dreams.